Hello everyone. So we are going to study about data structures that are used in Python in this particular video. And to give a basic overview about what is data structures in Python provide us with a way of like storing or and arranging data that can be easily accessible and modifiable. These data structures include collections. Some of the most widely used collections consist of something called lists, sets, tuples, and dictionaries. So these are the four basic type of data structures that we are going to discuss in this particular video lecture. So starting away with the list data structure. The list is one of the most commonly used data structures provided by Python. They are collection of iteratable, mutable, and ordered data. They can contain duplicate data. Okay, iteratable means you can, if this is a list, you can iterate from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, one number of elements. You can count by iterating also. And mutable means that you can change the data, right? And they are set of ordered set of data. So now let us see one of the programs. This is number of the three basic types in which you can declare a list. So a list can be declared as putting the items or putting the content within an angular bracket, like what is mentioned here. So if anything is put in into an angular bracket, it is by default a list, right? And if you don't put anything in the angular bracket, this is an empty list. So list 2 is an empty list. List 1 has 5 elements in the list. And if you want to convert a data in some other format into a list based format, you have to use a keyword called list, and within the parentheses you have to put that particular element. So now if you do this, if you write list 3 is equal to keyword list, within parenthesis you have mentioned 1 2 3, then you see that the elements that is mentioned 1 2 3 is converted into a list, right? So these are the three basic ways in which you can create lists. Now there are some basic operations that you can do on the on the on the data structure called list, like indexing, like means how to read a particular index, then adding a new element, deleting an element, sorting an element, searching, reversing, and counting the elements. So we will see one by one all these how we do all these type of operations. So starting with indexing, so if I say the list 1 is 1, 2, hello, and 3. There are 4 elements in the list. So the basic concept is this starts with an index 0. So 1 is at an index 0, 2 is at index 1, hello is index 3, right? 2, and 3 is an index called 3, right? 0 1 2 and 3. So if I want to print list 1, that is this one, this list, at what is the value at index 2, so it will say 0 1, and this is the second index, right? So this is the second index that we are actually want to print, so it prints the value called hello here, right? So you can just pass the index value here, and it will print the corresponding value that is there at that particular index. By indexing you can find this thing. Now if you want to add a new element to existing set of list elements, then you will use the keyword called append. This is a method called append. That means list dot operator is there, so you will put list dot append, and whatever you want to append you put it in that particular list. If it's a string you put it in a double quote, if it's a number you can put it directly 1 2 3 4 whatever the number. So if you put list 1 dot append 4, it will add one more element in this particular list 1. Okay, so you can see that it has added one more element to the existing 1 2 and 3. Likewise, if you want to delete it, you will be using a pop operation, list1 dot pop, and you don't have to pass any parameter within the parenthesis, because it will pop the topmost element, that is the last element in that particular list. So it will pop the last element 4. If you do multiple times, if you do a pop Again, after this statement, it will pop 3, and likewise it will pop the other elements. So pop is used to delete an element, append is used to add an element, and then you want to indexing it, you pass the index value in that list and you will find that index. Sorting the elements, you can use the function called sort, list1 dot sort. It will sort all the values in ascending order. Then searching, you want to find the value 4. Which index is that value 4, right? I want to find, I have a list. This is reverse of indexing. That means you now what you pass, uh, you don't pass the index. What you're finding is you're passing the number, the element itself. So what I'm doing it is I'm asking the list one, go into list one and find the index of the value called 4, right? So what is the, if the element is found, it will be giving you an particular data, right? So now the list is 100, this is 0, this is the position 1, this is position 2, right? So the thing will give you the index of the element 4, that is 2. Okay, now let us see if this thing doesn't if we don't have, then what happens? Okay, you can just type it out in a particular set of data and check whether if I find something like 5, what will happen, what will Python program print. Okay, you can check this out. Let's go back to the thing. If you want to reverse it, you can also use the keyword called reverse, and in that case you will be able to, hope you cannot see the Python prompt, right? So let it be. You try it yourself. You can just take a word called reverse, and it will print the list in the reverse order. It's not sorting it. The value you have put in your list, it will be printing it in a reverse order. That means 1 will come the first, 12 will come after the 1, then it will be 4, then 3, then it will be 100. Okay? This is how it will do. Now, if you want to count, you have to pass the parameter that in that function count, you have to pass the element that you want to count. Okay. So if I put 3, it will give me 1. If I put 6, it will give me 1. If I put 1, it will give me 1. But if I put 2, that will give me the occurrence of 2. So if I want to find the frequency of a number, or you can find the frequency number of times a number has been then the list, then I have to pass the number and it will give me the count of that particular number. So this was all about list. We are now going to study about tuples. Tuples are similar to list, but they are immutable. That means they cannot be changed. Once they are declared, they cannot be changed. So tuples are similar to list. They are iterable, they are ordered, they can be repeated data, but they are not mutable. Okay. So if I say this is a tuple. So how to declare a tuple? Just write a variable, and you can use any name here. Tuple is equal to, and instead of putting an angular brackets, you have to put a parenthesis around the data that you are going to use in the tuple. Okay, so you can put any data here, but you have to use parenthesis, right, instead of angular brackets. So likewise, if you want to change a data, any data into tuple, you have to use the keyword called tuple. So this is very similar to the list that we studied in the previous section. Now, there are many ways in which you can declare tuple also without parenthesis. So if you start a variable and you put certain content like the name is Prem, the age is 21, the percentage is 98.5, it belongs to Delhi. Okay, this is one of the details that a student one has or student has. Then I want to print the type of the student, right? The type and the student. So it will print me the actual type. The first thing it will print is it is of the class tuple. So it has multiple values assigned to a single variable. Then it says that it is a tuple, right? And I want to print the tuple. So I will print student and the date values that is present here. Okay. So it will print prem, print 21 and 8.56 and New Delhi. So this all this is within this parenthesis. So it's demonstrate that this value is a tuple. Now, if you want to unpack this tuple, then what you can do is you can assign these values all over all the values to certain set of variables. Okay, like name, age, percentage, and city. So it has four values. So the order will be the same in which you have mentioned it here. The first entry in this particular data set will be assigned to name. The second entry will be assigned to age. The third entry will be going into percentage, and the fourth entry will be going to city. So then now you can print all this particular value. Now, what you mean by mutable is explained here in this example. That means if I have a variable called list and it have values 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Similarly, I have a variable called tuple and it has 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Same values both the sides, but there are two different data structures. One is enclosed in the angular bracket, one is enclosed in parenthesis. Now, if I want to do this operation like list 4, that means at index 4, I want to insert a new element that is called hello. So what is the index 4? This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So this is the fifth element in the list. And I'm going to change this element with the new element called hello. So if I do this and I will print the list val, I will get one hello here. Okay, so that means it is mutable. I'm changing it after I'm declaring it, I'm changing it. But if I want to do the same thing with a tuple, it says that the tuple operator does not support item assignment. That means you cannot change a tuple once it is already declared. You can do that. Okay, but indexing a tuple, it says 5. So that means at the index 4, I have a value called 5. I have to change it. But you can create multiple tuples. So if you have a tuple called 1, 2, 3, you can again create a tuple 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can do it multiple times, but you cannot uh, change. You can add something in that existing tuple. Then you can do concatenations of the tuples. That means you can add two tuples together with the plus operators. Okay, so if I have a tuple 1 and I have a tuple 2, if I do tuple 1 plus tuple 2, it will add first the content of tuple 1, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Then it will write the content of tuple 2, that is Greeks for geeks. It creates one tuple combined in both the cases. There's an important concept called slicing of tuple. It's very important because sometimes you are giving a set of data which is having a certain more information. Suppose it is like your faculty number. So you have the faculty number consists of the year of enrollment, the branch, and the roll number. Okay. Now you want to decipher, you want to fetch out the branch. So you have to slice it out exactly after, say, this is you write 23 COB, right? So 22 digits are the year of enrollment. Then the three corresponding letters are your branch. Then the four basic or your three basic numbers are your roll numbers. Okay, so it goes like this. So if I want to jump to the third location, 0, 1, 2, second location, and went to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth location, so it will give me a branch. So I'm slicing out your faculty number. So slicing a tuple is done to fetch the specific range or slice of sub-elements from a tuple. Okay. So the particular syntax is the name of the tuple. You can choose any name. It has within the angular brackets. You have to put either the start, the stop, or the step. Okay. Here the step is optional. So let us see one example. I say tuple 1 is equal to tuple first year students. Okay. So what this this keyword means that it will convert this string first into a format, tuple format. So it converts it in like this format. Okay, that it has each elements different. So I will print this tuple. It will be printing like this. Now suppose I put it as a fourth as the start value and I don't put an end value here, then this is the zeroth element, this is the first element, this is the second element, this is the third, this is fourth element. Okay, so I will start from fourth. So starting from fourth, I don't have an end, so it will go till S, right? Starting from this part till this part, everything is printed, right? Now if I have a negative indexes, that means it I have minus 5, tuple minus 5. Tuple minus 5 means negative indexes means reverse order. So this is minus 1, this is minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Okay, this is minus 5. Okay, and so it will print D. This will print D. What this will print is, it will print the index minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. This is minus 5 and where is minus 2? Minus 2. So it will print till n. So the thing is, the important thing is start will be having a value. It will go till stop minus 1. Okay, always understand start and stop means starting from a value and going till stop minus 1 elements. So it will go till stop minus 1, minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 3. It will go to from minus 5 to minus 3. Now if I put a particular value like 1, okay, then that case it will read, this is step value. Step value means I will read a step of 1 means I am going from F to I to R to S to T. In a step, one jump of 1, I am reading each value. If I put a step of 2, like I will put here 2, then what it will do is it will print first F, then it will jump by 2 steps. It will print R, then again by 2 steps it will print T, then it will print E, then it will print R, and this way it will print. Okay. Now, if we want to print a tuple called 4 comma 9, 4 colon 9, that means start from 4 and going till 9 minus 1, that is 8. Okay. So starting with 4 is this one. This is the fourth element. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. So it will print this R. It will not go till 9. Okay. It will print this till R. So this is what it will print it. Okay. Now coming to the next set of data structure is called as sets. Sets is another data structure that holds the collection of unordered, iteratable, and mutable data. But it only contains unique elements. That it cannot contain duplicate elements like tuples and sets, right? A tuple and list. So in syntax is you will use braces to signify that the elements are part of a set. So if you write anything within the braces, it will be a set. It will print a set. You cannot put any other data structure within set. Like if you want to insert a list in a set, you cannot do that. You want to put a tuple in a set, you cannot do that. Okay, so you cannot insert a existing data type in a set itself. There should be a values only. And if you have multiple values like 1, 2, 2, 3, A, B, C, 6, then if you print a set, it will print unique values only. Okay, it will not print twice the value. This is the thing what I was just telling you. If you have 6 twice in this particular set, right, if you print a set, it will print 6 only once. Okay, now if you want to add some element in a particular set, you have to use a method called add and pass that particular number that you want to add in the set itself. So numbers for the set. So numbers dot add 32 will add a 32 somewhere in this particular. Basically, it will add in the first place. Okay, it will arrange and it will add into the first place. Then if you want to update existing set, what you will use, you can have two sets like companies and tech companies. So I want to update the companies set of data with tech companies. So I will take companies dot update tech companies. So it will update this company set with the value that is present in this list. Okay, so I will contain this list. I will treat one by one all the values and I will put it into this particular set. But as you can see, Apple occurs twice. It will add only one occurrence of the company called Apple. Then if you want to discard a particular value, you just use discard, and whatever value you want to discard, you put that value here. So Swift, Java and Python, these are the three languages set, and you put discard Java, so it discard the value of Java and print Python and Swift. Then there are a certain set of set operations, it like union, intersection, symmetric difference and difference. So if I have a set called 235 and I have second set 126, we can use a union of A and B. The format can, you can write A and you can put a pipe symbol and B, or you can write A dot union B. Both are equivalent. This as equivalent to this. Okay, whatever you are free to use both the things, but you can learn one of them and practice one of them. Like A union B will give you a value of 23516. Okay, and intersection is like A intersection B. That means it will give you the common values, that is 2 in this case. Difference is A minus B or A dot difference B. It will give you the difference of two sets which is there in A but is not there in B. Symmetric difference is A dot symmetric difference B and equal is A double equal B. So these are the set operations that you can do. Now coming to last data structure, which is called dictionary. So dictionary is a key value pair which says that it is enclosed in a curly braces brackets and have a key values. So if I say that I want to store the name, roll numbers and the names of the student, so the roll numbers can be the key and the value can be the names. So I have n number of key value pairs. So I have mapped the roll number with the names. So this is one set of data which has a key 1, value 1. This is second set of data, key 2, value 2, and both them are separated by a comma. Now how you write? You can declare it with a name, any name of your choice. Dict is equal to, put a curly braces here and you can write the value called brand, right? Put a colon and for. So this is the key and this is the value, and then we have a comma, right? Then we put another key and another value and put a comma and another key and another value, and when you print, it will print the dictionary itself. Now I want to index a dictionary. You can do it in many ways. That means if you want to print the keys, whatever the dictionary that you have declared, if you want dic1 dot keys, so it will print all the keys, right? 3, 2 and 1, right? If you want to print the values, then it will print only the values 3, 2 and 1. Now if you want to put indexing of dictionary, that means if you want to put the name of the dictionary followed by 2. So what it will give you? It will give the value. You are passing the key and you are getting the value. Okay, you are passing the key 2 and it is giving you the value corresponding to that particular key, that is the numeric 2. You can use the word called update to add a new entry into the existing dictionary, right? Or you can use a value called pop. So once you give the key, it will pop the key as well as the value itself. Okay. You can sort using sorted dict. The keyword is sorted, and we put a dictionary. It will sort in the alphabetic order A, then I, then R. Okay, the keys. Searching and is the same way. I put the same as the indexing. So if I put the key, it will give you the value of that particular index. So this was all about the key value pairs or the dictionaries or the data structures that are used in Python. I hope you understand all these things. These are the set of programs that are given to you for practice. You have to work on different programs and you can use the editors of your own choice, but we would be using idle in this lab. So try using idle and do these programs.